Hello, Internet! Welcome to Titan Talk!
God damn it.
Hey, you set it up. I had to. Hello, guys. It's Romeo. We're back. We're here for the third Titan Talk. Last time we had Prophet. Before that, we had Phoenix. And now we have our first double. It's Aero and Guster. Hey, guys.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's good. How are you guys doing? You're both together in the same room on the same camera. This is a new way of doing it.
Yeah. Kind of makes it easier when he just lives in my house.
True. Yeah, I moved out near Chicago, so staying with Aero for a while, enjoying the he has 4 ping, but since I'm on Wi-Fi, I have 8 ping, but it's a lot better than the 60 back home, so.
8 ping Guster. Is this like a new era of Guster we're about to enter this season?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm already flashing skill shots and stuff that are just not possible back home, so we're going crazy
We
with
were
it.
having that conversation where it was just like, I love the fact that like you'll do something and then like after the game he'll come up to me and just be like, ping diff, by the way. I couldn't do that on my old ping.
Dude, ping diff is so real. Like, going from anything above 30 to something under 30 is like such a switch.
Well, that's a story. The first time Aero and I actually met was in 2019. We worked the infamous Thunder Smash event that happened in LA. And it's the same ping for me because I lived in Nevada. So basically the same thing. We went to a LAN cafe to play League, and Aero was like, how the hell do you guys do this out here? This is the last time I'm playing League out here on the West Coast, because he's like, I can physically feel the delay when I click.
It was so bad. Like I think I was trying to play Tristana for some reason. I think I got autofilled ADC and I just couldn't do it. I quit in the middle of the game. I was like, I'm done. That Ocean City freaking LAN cafe still has money on my account to this day. I guarantee it, because I just didn't play enough and I left. I was like, I'm not doing this.
To a LAN cafe to play League?
Oh, we couldn't play League at the buddy's house we were staying at, so we had some downtime that we just went to a LAN cafe.
I didn't know LAN cafes still existed in 2019. I feel like that's like only a thing I hear about like overseas and not in North America.
I mean, they're around. I think their big thing was Counter-Strike, though, I think.
Yeah.
The one that we went to. They had a bunch of, like, CSGO posters and stuff up on the walls. But, yeah. So, yeah, we did that. And then the next time we ever met up in person was 2022, the LCS finals in Chicago. A bunch of us came out here. Yeah, we had 12 people. We rented out an Airbnb in a really sketchy Chicago neighborhood and then just piled in there. We went to a LAN cafe and we had 3 ping, and we were all just like, oh my god, what is this? This is crazy.
I feel
Yeah, this is how I play League every day.
the biggest differences in like a setup is like low ping, like freakishly low ping, and like an OLED like 0.1 millisecond response monitor. I feel like those things just change the game on repeat, and then you just at least climb a rank, unless you're me, in which case you demote back to platinum, which is fine. It's not a big deal.
It's okay, Romeo.
That said, I think we should get into you both obviously. So you met in 2019 at Thunder Smash, or did you meet before that?
No.
Give us the story of Aero and Guster.
2016. So I've been playing League since the end of 2012-ish. I think the first loading screen on the client, or the first login screen I remember on the client, whichever one of these was first, it was either Quinn, Thresh, or Dark Candy Fiddlesticks. One of those was first. That's the one I remember. So I'm thinking it was probably Dark Candy Fiddlestick. Probably was like a Christmas skin or something. So I've been playing League since then. I played my first competitive in 2014 with my real life friends. We found this league called Compete League.
I thought it was House Party.
No, that's when the Captain Flowers was in.
Okay.
But Compete League, and we played in that, and then the guy who ended up with Compete League messaged me about some prizing and stuff that I needed, and I asked him if he ever needed help doing something like that. So I started helping run Compete League, which turns out was basically the grandfather to all these leagues that exist now. Like Risen, the people who started Risen played in Compete League. And, you know, they were mad about some rule or something and made the Risen League and changed the rules and ended up changing them back to basically the same thing anyway. But that's where Aero and I met. Was he was a player at first while I was beginning to do admin stuff, and then he eventually became an admin too, and we ended up basically running the entire North American side of things, because we had a North American and a European league. For each ELO, we had, back before Emerald existed, we had Bronze Silver, because before Iron existed too, Gold Plat, and then a Diamond and Up. And then at one point we had something called the Compete League Elite, which is like a bunch of collegiate teams and stuff too. So
yeah, we were doing collegiate league before Riot started their collegiate league stuff, I think, right? Or
they were pretty close to the same time.
Yeah, and like I was a player when I found Compete League. I was playing in like a Facebook group league called like League of Bronze series, because I was bronze at the time. So I've started playing that with Dream Droid, if anyone remembers him. He was my first competitive, like on my first competitive team ever. Rest in peace, Elaine. And then we liked playing together, so we were like, let's go to this like Compete League thing, let's get that started. So I played like a split of that with them, and I was like, I don't want to play anymore, but I'll definitely help run this thing. So like I messaged some of the people, not Gus directly, because like he was way up there, so I started helping out, and then kind of worked my way up through the organization, because Compete League was an established like LLC, it was an actual company that was doing this. And so I worked my way up through all that, like volunteer basis, to where Gus and I ended up kind of running all of it together, the both of us. And then ever since that, they got purchased and everything like that, so they couldn't run leagues or anything to compete with who they got purchased by. And after that, Gus and I just kind of became players. I mean, we've helped other leagues in the past. Like I've been basically
all of them at one point or another.
Yeah, like I was an admin for Upsurge for a while. If anyone remembers Upsurge, I mean, I was an admin, like helped out Risen. I've helped out BOL. I've helped out Titan. I've helped out ZGG when they were a thing.
CCS.
OCL.
God, ZGG. Holy.
Yeah, ZGG.
Victorous. You were an admin for Victorous for a while.
I also forgot Victorous exists. Is Victorous even still a thing?
They came back a little bit, but I don't know that they've actually run anything yet, but they're like talking about coming back, I think. But yeah, ZGG, before ZGG was Overdrive League, I helped found that one, and then that became ZGG eventually. Before BOL was a thing, it was Abyssal League. I kind of helped that. That was started out as like an MSI to Compete League, so Compete League would run, we'd take a down split, Abyssal would run like an MSI, take like the top X from each rank of the Compete League, run a tournament for them, then we would go back to Compete League, and then when Traxon or someone purchased for $200, I think was the going rate. I think we're without that. It was like $200. They purchased Abyssal League and became Blue Water League, and now Blue Water's done everything that they've done. So we're kind of just old in the sense of the amateur scene. We've been around for a long, long time, and that's where we met. And then we just played on the same team since then for like 8 years. We started our own organization for a while.
What was your own org? Which one was this?
Crosspoint.
Okay. What's
we were.
What's the story of org from then to now? Like what are the orgs you've gone through?
See, we did technically before Crosspoint, we just played on a standalone team called Lamp. It was literally when the moth meme was going around. Yeah. Our logo was literally just the moth with a cop hat on, because our team was called Lamp, Ligma Authority Meme Police. That's what we were, and it was just a group of buddies, and we just wanted to play together. So, and then we started Crosspoint. So we were co-owners of Crosspoint, and we kind of took the Lamp team and just made it the original Crosspoint Origin roster. That was like our team that we played on. And we had a sister team of some IRL friends of mine. They were like, I play League. And I was like, well, we do this whole like amateur scene thing. So a bunch of them, a couple of my IRLs got together, and they made like their own team. Yep. They were Crosspoint Southpaw. So they would kind of play in the same ELO bracket as us. We were on that. We get Crosspoint Origin. Like Pete was my ADC for 5 years. We had like the same roster, like the same core roster, the same way that we do now for like Elysium, where it's like Dilly's been my ADC for 4 years. Gus has been my jungler for like 8 or 9 years at this point. But before that, like I had the same ADC for like 4 years. And then after him, I had Dilly. So like I try to stick to the same people.
You've had
like
two ADCs ever, is what it sounds.
I've had more, but like long-standing ones, like I've had like 2.
How did you and Dilly? So was you and Dilly just like got matched up on the same team in Elysium?
No, so it goes past that.
This is after Crosspoint.
Yeah, so Crosspoint kind of died. We had so many teams. Like at one point, we had like four sister teams going. We also had we had different games. Like we had
we did a Valorant.
We had a Valorant team. We had an Overwatch team.
Yeah.
And it was funny because it wasn't Overwatch. It was PlayStation 4 console Overwatch. That's what we had.
There was a PS4 Overwatch league that ran. We had a team in.
Are you talking about like the one PlayStation runs where anyone can join, or one ran by people?
No. It ran by people, but they played on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So we I don't know how we had enough people. Velos, if anyone knows Velos in the amateur league, he was on that team. He was part of Crosspoint. He was on there with our buddy Santanta. Rest in peace to Andy, ex Santanta as well. But he was there. We had a bunch of different teams across Spain. But at the end of it, our roster retired. So like a lot of our players that we started with, like from Lamp to Crosspoint Origin, Gus and I were kind of the remaining 2. So we just we were like, okay, I don't want to keep running an org. Like it's kind of like let's just go.
It's fine. It's fine, but you end up. It's kind of like being like HR at a company.
Yeah.
You know, anytime anyone has a problem, you're getting those DMs. You know, and you're getting all the cussing and swears and slurs and everything that people dish out to each other. You get it in your DMs, and you're just like, can we not just be mature for like 2 seconds and talk this out like adults? Obviously not.
Obviously not. Let's see. So after Crosspoint, Gus and I kind of posted up a thing saying like, "Hey, support jungle looking for duo or not." TA, I think it was the first team we went to after Crosspoint. So Team Ambition, we tried out for them. They liked us, so they were like, "We're gonna build a roster around you two." They're like, "Okay, cool." So we were the stagnant ones. So then they ran tryouts for that. And Dilly was just a tryout. So, like, they didn't tell him that, like, Gus and I are, like, the starter too or anything.
We played against each other in the tryout games, too.
Yeah, so, like, we were just kind of, like, we were scouting our own players while playing with them in the tryouts, which was great, unknowingly. So they weren't, like, the TA was like, we don't want them to try to impress you. We want you to figure out, like, whatever. So I went through, like, 3 or 4 different ADCs, and I like to tell people,
mid laners.
Dilly is part of the Aero Dilly thing because I chose him. I went to TA and I was like, I like that Dilly guy. I like this guy. He was the only one that I'm surprised. I'm super aggressive.
Dilly was the only one who followed Aero when he would go in.
Yeah, Dilly was the only one that would just like follow up on anything that I would do, even if he thought it was stupid. Even if, like, and that's what I was doing in those tryouts.
And that's
was,
still
like,
the case to this day.
Yes, it is. So that's when we found Dilly.
That's kind of so. That was on
TA,
and then you guys went from TA to.
We went from TA to Sprouts.
We played a meta shift with Dorado.
Yeah, we played meta shift with Dorado.
Holy.
Then after that,
we technically won, but we had Chitin on our team, and that's when Chitin got caught smurfing.
We didn't know.
We didn't know that he was smurfing.
Didn't know. We kind of won that league despite Chitin. But no one really sees like that because Chitin was kind of throwing, and then we won carrying Chitin on our backs. And
that was the prototypical like Elysium Omen roster because we had Yika top, me.
No, that was after that was after everything. So we went to meta shift with Dorado, and then Caleb. This is where you come in, actually, Romeo. Caleb came to.
Like one split of comp I've really ever played.
Yeah. So Caleb came to me and was like, "Hey, come support. Like, we want to do Gladiator or whatnot." And we were like, "Okay." And he was like, "Bring your ADC if you want." I was like, "Okay." So I brought Dilly and I came over, and like Caleb made this team where it was just like, or Naysayer. It was like me, Dilly, Sev or Otter mid lane, you jungle, and Boogie top. And obviously, you know how that went.
I love that
we ran those guys' pockets because I think we went completely undefeated. Maybe we dropped a game. We dropped a game
to Iceborne.
but not a match.
No.
No, we dropped a game to Iceborne.
To this day, the only full split I've ever played on a team without getting benched or kicked off. To this day.
Yeah. It was a little
including
close.
Aces, which you and Dilly were a part of.
We came close. I won't bring up the Berserker Greaves Trundle argument that we had.
Or the
Crimson's out.
There was some experimenting going on during that time. There was
that was when you were a Shiv, Trundle, Zinjao 3-trick, and we still to this day don't know how you managed to not just get banned out in first phase, despite
every game.
Us begging you to pick up Maokai, just play Maokai. He's
which I do
broken.
play Maokai now.
Now you do, but it was pulling teeth trying to get you to do any of that back then.
Maokai and Lilia that got picked up when I kept getting banned out because you guys told me to, and now Lilia's like probably more my main than Zinzao.
Yeah, but yeah, so there's that. We won that league, and then TA from there. From after that. We went to Sprouts because we picked up Kobita and Yikal, and they were Sprouts owners. So we went to Sprouts and played on Purple Sprouts. And so we did a lot of Divinity as Purple Sprouts with like the 5 of us. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't want to be Sprouts anymore. So we went to Dynasty, where we were Chaos Emerald. And we did some Dynasty splits as Chaos Emerald and Divinity still.
OCL.
OCL, yeah, we did OCL as well. Because
we were like playing up in OCL.
Yeah, we were playing up, and then because we were playing in like
that's when we beat one of the Elysium teams that was like Caleb and Chaser.
And that's where the whole Dilly and I own Chaser.
Yeah,
that's where we're Chaser's fathers. So yeah, that's where that came from. And then after the one split with Chaos Emerald, we kind of just came over to Elysium. We started Elysium Omen, where it was just Alec or Yiko, Gus, Kobita, Dilly, me, and we were just a roster for a very strong while, where it was just the 5 of us over and over and over again.
The roster in Elysium everyone would pay attention to because it was just like it became 5 friends who just played together all the time.
Yeah, and we would do well. Like we'd make it far. We never won a league, but we'd constantly see semis or finals.
But never winning a league is just what Elysium is.
Yeah,
when was the last time Elysium won a league? No offense to
the Premier split we won.
Our Premier, the first Premier league that BFL did. Me, Gus, Dilly, Caleb, and Yikal top.
Yep.
We won that.
How many splits ago was this?
2.
Oh,
this is only third. This is only
last year.
That's sooner than I remember. Because here's the thing: I feel like Elysium won a bunch of chips in a row for a while, and then just made semis and finals and lost. It's like the Elysium curse, which I mean, on Titan Stream, I've called out that you guys are breaking the split. So if you guys,
we know,
if you mess that up. It's
your fault.
It's either going to be the greatest fight. You guys at least need to make finals so I can use it for an edit. Because if you guys go to finals, I can make a hype package with that caster line in. And if you don't, then you're all dead to me.
But yeah, so then we won that, and then like ever since then, it's kind of, the rosters are now just like me, Dilly, Gus, and then like when Yikal's like down to play, we'll throw him top lane, and like now we're just kind of, since Kobita retired, we're just kind of like every split or two, it's like we just rotate mid laners. Like we had Stash or Cordelia, and then we had Rutinium,
Watercat.
Watercat was used for a bit. It felt like
he played the second Premier split.
Yeah, we got second place.
We made finals and lost in Game 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Game 5 finals, we lost that, but we won the first one. We came in second in a 5-game finals, the last Premier split. Now I think this Premier roster is actually, as we speak, they're fighting for their lives in playoff.
Yeah, that one has
Relics.
Who?
Relics support.
Yeah,
Reckoning.
Relics, Reckoning, Star Burritos mid. Mango's jungle, and I forget the top laner's
Turbo
name.
Flyers.
Turbo
Flyer top. I don't know who is Star Burrito mid, because Dilly played mid game 1 just.
I think they're having
Caleb's playing mid lane.
Yeah, Relics told me that if it goes to he might need me to sub in too. So
that's crazy.
I I'm not allowed. I hit diamond.
No, you
so
hit
I'm not
diamond.
allowed to play Premier anymore.
Yeah, you've ruined it.
It's
You hit
over.
diamond. You've ruined everything. At what point do we move up and we start seeing Aero, Guster, and Dilly in like Master Cap?
When Dilly gets out of plat.
Is Dilly flat right now?
He keeps
He just
he's
doesn't
having a
solo
bad
queue,
run.
though.
He doesn't
As well.
have a bad run.
Dilly plays more solo queue than we do combined, probably.
But no, Dilly's having a bad run in solo queue. Right? He's got
Man,
the Caleb.
he's
got the naysayer. What's it called? Naysayer curse.
Oh god, I got a duo with Dilly. Me and Duddy duo went on like a 12-game winning streak, and then we haven't won a match since.
You okay, buddy?
Solo queue is peak. That's actually crazy though. How many orgs? Now you guys are with Elysium and XXV at the same time.
Yeah, the XSV one was kind of a Dilly. We all have like one rule, right? We all try to play at least one team together. So, like, I always want to have a team with Gus. I always want to have a team with Dilly. I prefer if the teams with Dilly and Gus are the same one, because I try not to be on, like, 3-4 different teams at once, because it just becomes hard.
Because playing every single night.
I have a kid now. Like, I can't do that. Last year had the kid, so I went down to one team, and it was just the Dilly Gus team. No scrims or anything like that. We just come in and play. It showed. We didn't make playoffs. It was rough. But Dilly was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over here and play for XSV. Can you come play with us?" I was like, "Sure, I'll be the support. That's fine." So it was me and Dilly. Since Dilly and I were there, we had sub spots. We were like, Gus, just come be a sub. So we threw Gus on there as a sub. We had Sutek jungle. After week 1 of BOL, Sutek had some IRL stuff go on, so Sutek had to drop, and we just promoted Gus up to starter. So that, after week 1 of BOL Emerald, that roster just also became Gus Dilly Aero, with Valter top and Sinja mid. So it's just another Elysium team under a different name.
Which is kind of brilliant. I feel like
Relics is also a sub on that roster, by the way.
the amount of teams that are like majority players who would call themselves Elysium players, but then they go and play for another org with all of them together has happened so many times now, and it's really, really funny, I think.
We forgot about one org that we played for. We took a break from Elysium. We went to Bloom, and we played on Moonflower.
You did do this.
We
made semis.
We did semis as Bloom Moonflower.
I remember
Jacob
this because
Espada.
half of us were rooting for you when you guys were doing that to go the distance.
Yeah.
That said, right now, we're in Titan. We have 2 Elysium teams. We have Elysium Unks and Elysium Ravens. And Elysium Ravens is 0-2 and kind of getting dogged on. And Elysium Unks is 2-0. And after the last match we watched from you, definitely not getting dogged on. To the point where we're gonna talk about this right now. What happened in that zone? Because I know people are watching this.
So,
I mentioned on cast, this interview was happening. The first question I was going to ask, people are waiting here to know, what the fuck happened in the first 5 minutes of that Sona game?
Okay. All right. So everyone's kind of correct. A little bit of content game. Not making excuses, but we have to understand something. I worked a 30-hour shift straight on Wednesday. So Wednesday into Thursday, I worked 30 straight hours because of a storm that happened where I'm at, and my job requires me to be there on site.
In Chicago, right?
Yeah.
My other PA was trying to take a flight from Chicago to Canada, and it got delayed 3 times.
Yeah, so there was a really bad storm that came through. So I had to be there. So I worked so long. During that time, my daughter and my wife were sick. So, Thursday morning, I started getting sick. So, Thursday night, we play our week 1 rescheduled game against Mingos. I was like, whatever, let's just get this over with. Played
active tornado warnings, by the way. We had a tornado go 5 miles south of us and a tornado go 5 miles north of us while we were playing that week 1 match.
Yeah, so Thursdays, whatever. Friday, I get the absolute brunt of this, like, sickness that was just ravaging my house, right? So Gus wakes me, like, comes into my bedroom, wakes me up 4 minutes before the match and goes, "It's match time." I'm like, okay, whatever. I have 104-degree fever. I log in. Game 1. They're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "Just fucking pick me Tom." So I played Tom Catch. I I didn't do much of anything that game. I was kind of out of it. I didn't even press. By the way, I didn't press R a single time that game, either on my team or on the enemy. The R button did not exist. I didn't need to R my teammates, and I did not care enough to R the enemy. I was just out of it. I was sick. I was like, I'm done. Game 2, we're in draft. I picked Sona. Not great for lane. Sona's not great in a Braum. I get tagged by 1Q. It's done. It's over with or whatnot. I just wanted to have some fun. We're in loading screen for game 2.
Yep.
Our mid laner, Rivered, goes, game 1 was a lot of fun. Does anyone want to try to come back from a 7k gold deficit?
This is a real thing that was.
It's a real thing. This is an
actual
thing that he said.
Thing that was said. Does anyone want to try to come back from a 7k gold deficit? And I said, sure, fuck it. So I walk into the bot lane bush and going, I can take this bush. Why not? I die, obviously. And so I said, anyone want to try for that 7k gold deficit? So I run back into lane. I see Braum and Jinx backing. I know I don't have to step up. So I step up and I cue them to cancel their backs. And I get hit. And I die again. And on my way back to lane, as I'm reviving and on my way back to lane.
The second time,
the mid laner goes, I don't think 2 deaths is enough for a 7k gold deficit. I said, I think you're right. And at that point, Dilly takes the longest inhale I have ever heard that man take in my life.
Dilly go.
So
he was doing the whole namaste.
I knew Dilly was trying to be as calm as he could. Because even though I'm like, I want to be in the calm, because I know it's just Dilly going, it's gonna be okay. And Aero just going, let's do it again!
He hasn't said a single word, because we've played long enough to know, I know what he's asking me to do. He does not have to ask me, I know what he's asking me to do. My entire thing is, I'm Sona. If we get to 20 minutes in this game, it does not matter how many deaths I have, we win this game. I'm Sona. But it was a Jinx. I didn't want to kill his mental, so I was like, all right, I'll stop here. By the time that I get back to lane from my third time now, I'm level 2, and we get a kill mid lane. I was like, all right, 7k is out the window. We ain't doing this. I think we got as high as we were at a 5k gold deficit.
You were at a 5k because you guys came back from the 5k. I remember that.
Yeah, we came back from the 5k, so we didn't achieve our 7k gold deficit. But yes, I'm aware I entered. Was it on purpose? I'll leave that up to interpretation, but I was never once worried about being at a gold deficit because, in a way, it was the plan the entire time.
That is actually hilarious. It was probably the most fun content game of the Olympus stream so far. Like that was so. I remember my co-caster was just like in awe of what was happening because he was so confident. Even after the Sona pick and draft, he was so confident. Halfling was like, this is like an awful pick. There's doomed. And then Jinx goes up like 3 kills and it's like, they're doomed. And then you guys come back and I'm like, Elysium moment. This is what happens. They can't lose until playoffs. And then playoffs will go semis or finals. And then, I mean, I've made the call that we're going to win. Do you believe, like, what's the, like, goal for Unks? Is there like if we hit this mark, we're happy? Is that it? It's just
our last couple.
The last two splits we haven't. So that's kind of right now. That's where we're at. So let's just make playoffs. But we did say we don't remember the last time we actually started a league with a strong 2-0. And it's not even like we're like we're going to 3 games every week. Like our game Thursday was a 2-0. Our game Friday was a 2-0. Despite what game 2 looked like.
It was Smolder Sona. Like the scaling was crazy.
And Yone mid.
And Cassante.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have had a very. It feels like this is the most together an Elysium team has felt in a while, if that makes sense. Like I've casted you guys even when I haven't.
Oh, you can't say that because Eddie was Ribbard's a sub. Our mid laner's naysayer. No, but even we definitely weren't together because he's not there.
Even with River, it's a very even the 4 of you are very and you guys played with River.
And here's
the low key. River on that Yone was half the reason you came back. River was crazy.
That was the game plan too. He was like, just come gank Victor mid. If you blow his flash like level 3, I will just win.
He's useless.
So we did. When I went mid, we blew his flash. He was pretty much useless the rest of the game. But that's the kind of thing that Aero and I are not great at, is having the overarching game plan. We're great at the split-second decision making. Like, oh, this guy overstepped, we're gonna punish that. Especially him. He gives no fucks. So if you step up, he's hitting you whether your entire team's behind you or not. But having laners that know how they want to play the game and are willing to communicate that makes things way easier on not just Dilly, because Dilly kind of does a lot of the macro stuff a lot of the time too, because we're like, you're the ADC, you tell us when you're strong and when you can do these things. Like if we suggest going for something and Dilly's not strong, he'll say, I need this before we can do that.
Yeah.
But having the solo laners that want to do that and be the proactive ones takes a lot of the weight off of us to try to do things, because we're good at forcing plays, but sometimes you force just a little bit too hard and you get punished for it.
Yeah.
So having laners like Naysayer and River that know what they want to do, what they need to do it, makes things way easier.
Yeah, no, that checks out. And like that game felt, even when you guys were behind, I think it felt very much that you guys had control over a lot of it, which is a weird thing when you're down 5k gold, I think.
I mean, at the end of the day, like everyone thinks like, and even your co-caster was saying this, like, oh, a 4-0 Jinx, there's like a 90% win rate in Risen and everything. I'm just like, dude, it's still a Jinx. We have a Mumu, we have Kasante, we have Smolder to sit in the back line, Yone to get on top. Like everyone's able to get on top of Jinx. She has no protection. Like she has a Braum.
A Braum and a cleanse and a dream.
Braum and a cleanse and a dream, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we have so much to just throw on top of the Jinx. She can be 10-0. It's still an immobile Jinx. We have so much to blow the cleanse and then pile on top of it after the cleanse is gone. You just kill her. And if she's the only source of gold because Victor was homeless, there's nothing else that they can do.
There was a lot of crazy Curse the Sad Mummies that game that hit like 3-4 people and then were followed up by a Fate.
And I died after every single one of them.
It doesn't matter because you hit them and that's all you do as a Mumu. It doesn't matter if you die as a Mumu. He has no friends anyways. It's fine. That said,
no,
I want to ask you
it was
about,
good follow-up on him too.
I want to ask you about the other Elysium team. So you guys are 2-0 right now, and Ravens are 0-2. This might be BM, but what do you think's going wrong with Ravens right now?
They're not playing around Chaser. I don't know that to be a fact, but you got to play Chaser's game. If you don't play Chaser's game, even internally, you lose.
So yeah, that's the reason for the 0-2. Do you think there's a chance they come back, or do you think like this is just a roster that's going to go downhill?
Well, didn't Chaser make this with new people? He specifically didn't want to rehash anybody, I think.
I think there's also, with it being NM100, there's really not a lot of M100, like true M100 players in Elysium. So like,
no, there's
one thing is like, so they've had like scrims and everything like that, and I'm sure like their scrims are, I don't know how their scrims are going, but at the same time, it's like, these are new people. It's not the same as like if you just made like a team of, you know, Elysium people, threw them in M100. They know how like each other play, and you know how like Chaser goes. Like there's not a lot of synergy to play off. So you're trying to play 5 different games at the like with the 5 different people on the team. You're trying to play 5 separate games. I think once they figure out like how each other like want to play the game or get on the same page, they'll be fine. At least crawl back to middle of the pack. I don't know enough about the M100 teams that they're playing against. I don't know much about that roster, even in particular, to say like they could win the whole thing. I don't know anyone up there enough to kind of state any of that. So I would give them solid middle of the pack if once they like coalesce together.
So we think there's still a playoff run chance in it for Ravens.
Oh, yeah. I think anyone can make playoffs in any league.
Anyone? Do you now, Conduit's gotten a lot better, but do you remember old Conduit? Is that a crazy thing to say? I feel like there was ever an org where I was like, I don't think you can ever make playoffs. It was old Conduit.
I think they had the ability. Whether or not you choose to live up to it, that's the players' decisions.
All right.
I'll say, Aero and I did play in an M100 league one time. We had old Crosspoint players.
Oh, yeah.
That Hitmaster, or one of them Hitmasters, one was like D2 or D1, and they wanted to play. So we played in a meta shift. We got the old ADC and those guys that we played in meta shift, Now, did we win a match? Yes, I think we won one.
I think we won one.
But Aero was top 5 in stats on support. I was top 5 in junglers in these M100 leagues as far as like the stats that Metashift does.
And the reason we didn't win was actually our M100 players.
Yeah.
That's
so like
kind of wild.
Now, is Metashift the peak M100 league you're going to find? Probably not.
This was before Titan had an M100 league, though.
Yeah, but like the Aegis one is...
Oh, I forgot about the Aegis
ACL,
one. I forgot about
whatever
Aegis
it is. That one's really good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it may not have been peak M100, but like, we can hold our own to a certain extent, you know? Like, I think anyone that can get like to E2, D4, they're just a couple good weeks of solo queue away from master once they like actually care and look at what they're doing and try to improve. Like, solo queue ranking is just this big valley and mountain peaks and valleys thing that goes on, and a certain patch can change. Like last year, Darius Jungle was broken as hell. It was so much fun. I played a bunch of Darius Jungle. I got to E180 LP and was like, whoa, and then they nerfed it, and it was still fun. It just wasn't as good anymore. So then the LP dropped, and now this year with the LP gains being inflated because of what they did, rankings are way more volatile than ever now. So
yeah,
and you see it now with players like Naysayer and Dilly dropping into platinum and coming back up.
And then you got some of the weirdest players just hitting diamond, like Aero. No,
I want to make a claim because a lot of people are going, oh, with the LP and I only got Strength of Aegis, the double LP, once, and it was while I was E4.
Yeah.
That's real.
So
it never comes. It never comes.
Yeah. Like, dude, literally, he one day just randomly went, I feel like playing solo queue. He played like 11 games of solo queue in one day just to go from E2 to D4.
Yeah. I literally woke up that morning. I was like, this is Saturday morning. Gus was like, what are you going to do today? I'm like, I think I'm going to hit diamond. Like, I just chose. I just woke up that morning and was like, I'm just going to hit diamond today.
Me and Duddy were on that route. Duddy was like, oh yeah, like I'm E2. I'm like close to diamond. I was like, dude, we're going to get you to diamond in like this week. And that was the week I fell to platinum and he's at like the bottom of E4.
What does he play when you guys duo? Are you jungling when you guys duo?
He plays everything else, and I make my second fill, and the amount of times we've been bot lane filled together and have done the I'm starting to think I'm secretly a support main at this point.
Look, jungle and support aren't that different. They're really not.
The swap, I have an alt now, and I'm like, the swap's coming. If the alt goes well, the swap's coming. Maybe I'll finally get back to an Elysium team. That said, I didn't even ask you guys like the intro questions I ask everyone, and I like, we're about to get to the game. Like, I'm already going to get killed for how long this one's getting, even though I love it. That said, favorite esports team. What are your both favorite esports team right now? Who are we repping?
Right now or all time?
Give me both.
I'm an OG TSM fan. Like, not OG Season 2, but, like, from when I started, I was trying to learn how to play the game, and the stream I turned on to learn was Dyrus's, and I just loved Dyrus for forever. We were there in the finals in Chicago when they announced Dyrus, and the whole arena was shouting TSM. Dyrus started crying, I started crying, he started crying, and he hated TSM.
I like TSM.
Like, that was just a special moment. So I've loved TSM. I love Bjergsen. I love the 2016-17 rosters with all their untapped potential. If only Doublelift didn't dash at Crown, who knows what could have happened. But there's also another play that Haunster did later that game. But anyway, nowadays, I'm not really a fan of teams. I like players now. Like, none of the teams just have the vibe that they used to anymore. I like watching the good young players, you know? I like watching Quid and Yon and Inspired just going and doing their thing, you know?
Yeah. I'm kind of the opposite, where I never really had, like, a initial team that I really liked. I've always been a fan of players. There was always one player. I did not start this game out as a support main. I was originally an ADC main. And so when I first started watching pro play, I really liked Wild Turtle. So I would just follow Turtle to whatever team he was on is the team that I would rep. And it just kind of stuck that way. Nowadays, when people ask me, I usually do the cop-out answer where and I've said this for years at this point, I really like FlyQuest as an organization.
They're a great org as a whole.
Yeah, so like as an organization, I really enjoy FlyQuest. Like whether the team is good, bad, I couldn't tell you how FlyQuest team is doing right now. Like I have no idea. I don't follow it that closely or anything like that. But I'll check it on players. Like I'm a big core, fan.
Core JJ.
Core JJ.
Not J Core, but Core JJ.
I don't know who the first guy is. So Core JJ. So there's Core JJ. I really like Core JJ. He doesn't even play anymore, but I've always liked Poe Belter. Still really love Wild Turtle. He doesn't play anymore, really. So a lot of the players that I follow don't even play anymore. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you who's still around. But I think the most recent team that I actually followed and really liked, and too bad they're not a thing anymore, was I was a huge Los Ratones fan, huge LR fan. Loved me some Rats, and yeah, they're not a thing anymore in EU, so I'm really sad.
That's the most unique answer I've gotten under the question so far. Because usually people are just like, "Oh yeah, I like 100 Thieves," or "I like Team Liquid," and he was like, "Nah, it's about the players." Guster, were you ever a fan of Skarna, or I'm dropping the name here, the Dignitas jungler, like a while back?
Skarna was the mid laner.
He was a mid laner.
Not Skarna. No, Voy.
Oh, Voy, yeah.
Because you would have been in the scene when Voy was in, and like Voy is a jungler that fascinates the hell out of me.
I think he might have jungled early in like season 2, but I'm pretty sure he was a top laner and then randomly a mid laner when he ended too. But I do love Voy. He's such a nice guy. He's playing in Double If's retirement home tournament too, that Double If's doing. So that should be fun.
That's what we should do. Retirement home.
I mean, Eli Unk's already kind of Eli retirement home. Especially with Naysayer as your mid and never showing up.
I was going to say, I think our average age of that roster is over 30, right?
I think it's 31 or 32.
Yeah.
That's
I'm still got it, I guess.
Dilly's the youngest, and I'm only a year older than Dilly, and I'm 29. So
hands diff is crazy. Hands diff is crazy when you're Eli Unk.
Well, I also got a buff. I'm playing on 50 less ping than I used.
That's like real.
So
that's actually
a little bit of a
It's actually the joke. Is like, I'm peaking diamond right now. After I'm the one, I'm obviously right now, and this is the sad. Like I'm the oldest I've ever been. Right.
Every day
I'm the oldest I've ever been. So I'm 29 years old. I have a kid, and I'm peaking diamond. Like everything's just up right now for me.
Aero is not even just living a good life. He's also living good League of Legends, and this is unheard of in the history of League solo queue.
And I'm married.
He's got bitches, he's got money, he's got rank. What is happening? This is the opposite of like my motto on stream.
We got dog.
That said, okay, well now you have to drop the name of the dog for the stream.
His name's Percy.
Shout out Percy, who is
Lord Percival.
What's our favorite champion that we will be tilted if we play against?
My favorite champion is Kha'Zix because I like Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is Scyther. So I was like, hey, look, it's Scyther as a champion. But I also really like Kindred a lot, too.
How is there no Scyther skin for Kha'Zix now that I'm, like, thinking about it? That's crazy.
Nintendo?
Green Kha'Zix.
Nintendo?
You want to go up against Nintendo's lawyers?
Just make him green. They made
There's a green Odyssey Kha'Zix chroma, the Emerald chroma for the Odyssey skin. That one's kind of Scyther-ish, but yeah. And then I ban Shaco in solo queue. Nobody wants to play against it. Like, he's bad. You can outplay him. It's not about me personally, although the invades are annoying. It's your teammates are going to die to his ganks 3 times before you're done with your first clear, and he's going to randomly one-shot someone, and it's just not fun.
Really?
Favorite champion in the game is Senna. I really enjoy Senna. Mainly, like, I don't play her a lot. I try to play her when she's, like, really good. But typically, when she's really good, Dilly also likes to play her. Dilly also just hates having a Senna support. Most people do.
I low-key do, too. But I trust him.
I'd like to think that I'm good at her. But at the same time, so I try not to push my luck and play a lot of Senna competitively. I don't play enough solo queue really to, spam her in solo queue and everything like that. So, plus not really like my playstyle when I do that. Like I really like the playmaking support. So more of like a guilty pleasure favorite of mine is Senna. But I just like supports in general that kind of like aren't the typical. So like I really like things like Pike. And I really like things like Senna because they're just like not your typical supports, which is also why I play a lot of like random supports, like random champions that aren't supposed to go there. I'll just do that as well. But champion that I don't really.
Oh, we all have a mental boom champion. There's definitely one that you go into solo queue and you think if this is picked, we've lost. Even if it's not because you'll lose them, like we've lost. You know it exists. Like for me, it's
his ban in solo queue changes depending on who's good on the patch.
Yeah, I
like for a long time he banned Nami before she got nerfed out of, and she's still good. But when she was really OP,
has there ever just been a main one, even for like a long stretch of time, that we're just like, oh, I hated playing against that, even if it was a certain patch?
I mean, for a long time, our competitive ban, like for support, that we wouldn't want to do with before I had the confidence enough to say like I'm good at this champion, just pick it, or we said screw it, he's not that much of a problem, was just Thresh. Mainly because of his lantern. It's like I'm gonna catch you out, and then your idiot support gets to throw a lantern to the idiot ADC who got caught out in the first place. So like ban the champion so that way let the ADC be an idiot and get caught out. Like don't give him a safety net. That was like our thing, but I never really was like, I don't know. I don't have a lot of like champions lost. Like this game's lost. I don't know. I don't like playing like Yumi's kind of stupid, but I really like when people pick Yumi against me because there's one champion in lane to pick on instead of two now. So it makes like I don't know. I'll ban Yumi so that way I don't have to play it because I find that champion absolutely dog shit useless. That's my thing. So like if I
jungler, I love seeing a Yumi on the other side. And you just feel like you win the game. I'm not gonna lie. Yumi and Soraka I love seeing, because I feel like it's a free win. At least in solo queue.
A good Soraka's kind of...
But good Sorakas aren't in solo queue. They don't exist in solo queue. In comp, I've seen good Soraka.
They do.
I was going to say...
When they're trying to carry their girlfriend ADC.
I was going to say, at our elo, all the Sorakas are just the e-girls that are getting carried, so they're not in your elo for very long until they go up, so...
Yeah, I don't have a champion where it's like we lost, game over. I don't ban him. I don't like seeing him. I don't like Vladimir.
That's real. See, that's a real answer. Fuck Vladimir.
But if I get counter, then I'm like I don't care because then I just play like Karma or Morgana or something like that, and you can't pull a tether, bitch.
Yeah. All right. Well, now it's time we get to the best part of Titan Talk. We're going to go to Guess the KDA. Oh my god, we're here. I realized this whole time you guys haven't been able to see the actual screen that I've been showing, which is really funny. But now you can. Welcome to Guess the KDA. I'm going to show you both a stat. There's two of you. So I'll let one of you guys take a guess. If you get it wrong, we'll go to the next one. And I'll show a new stat every time. And we can actually do points here. So we're going to make it a best of 3.
Is this just Unks
or
games?
A best of 5. This is Elysium games. It's Unks and Ravens.
Oh, I don't know any Ravens. I don't know anything about Ravens.
I believe in you. I fully believe in you. I'll try to pick players that you both know, but we'll go best of 5. First one to get 3 points, we'll win our little match.
3, 8, 6. This has to be someone from This has to be someone from what's it called? From Friday. This has to be a Friday scoreline. Is it just our team, or are we also doing opponent team in a match we ran?
No, it's only Ravens and Unks. It's only those 10 players.
Okay.
And subs, obviously. They had to have played a match on an Elysium team in Titan.
Is this you?
No, my Mumu scoreline was 1, 8, and like 9 or something.
Rose got it locked in.
Well, because he was 0, 8, and 10 or something, and I was 1, 8. Oh yeah, so I was like 1, 8, and 19 or something. Whatever it ended up being. I don't even know. But this looks like a supporter, a jungle scoreline.
I'm gonna say this is Chaser.
But yeah, like this could be a very bad Chaser game.
I'm gonna say this is a Chaser game because I don't know.
Aero has locked in Chaser. That is not it. But we will go ahead and show some items. We'll show some items.
Oh.
Wait, is this you week 1? Who'd you play week 1? That's a Wukong build.
I don't remember going 3 and 8 on Wukong. Maybe I did. It is a Wukong
That's
build,
a Wukong
though.
build.
Yeah.
I don't know who their jungler is.
Yeah, me either.
Hey, Raven's jungler?
I'll give it to you. Do you have a guess of who their jungler was in this match? I'll say it's not even their main
Johnny?
I was going to say, is it just dark?
It is indeed a Duddy game. I'll go ahead and show the game real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give that point to Aero. This was 100% a Duddy game. Although that was kind of impressive how quickly you guys pulled out. This is not the right Duddy game.
Wait.
That's a different game.
Ignore that.
You built Trinity Force.
Wait, look at the things. This is gonna come from this game. 1, 4, 1, 2, 5.
That's right.
This is the Duddy game.
Their mid laner.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Wukong game.
Okay.
Yep. That's Duddy's Wukong.
Now, we're going to try something new here because it takes me a hot second to get these set up. So you guys are responsible for keeping people entertained while I grab the new game and talking about how you feel about Duddy going 3 and 8.
I mean, it happens.
He was the one in our game on Friday going, this looks like my Nocturne, and Nocturne was like insane.
Chaco looks like me playing Nocturne.
The Water Cat's like egging him on, like that's definitely Duddy's Nocturne right there. Nocturne was homeless, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, they picked Nocturne, and then they picked nothing else to go in with it. They're like, we got an Arnold for you. We'll send that in. Good luck.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was.
Okay.
Edit that out. That's yeah.
Me when I want 100% leave it in for the meme.
You can.
Okay, this next one, we're gonna go up. I'm starting with a weird one. I'm starting with a gold.
It's gold.
Yeah. Gold 9,000 gold.
That's a support gold or really
Or
really
a tank
bad
jungler
loss.
gold.
Yeah.
9,000 gold. Is this just Aero on Sona?
No, I had less gold than that.
Less gold.
I also only did like 8,000 damage that game, so.
What are we feeling? Is that a lock-in? Do we have a lock-in?
I'm gonna say that's my Tom game on Sunday.
You're gonna say that's your Tom game? It is indeed not your Tom game. Go ahead.
I don't track gold like that.
9,000 gold.
Guster, did you have a guess on the gold?
Or
Or do we want the next stat?
I think we can go for the next stat.
Okay, this one, I'm going to just...
It's hard without game time to see how much gold, because that could be a lot of gold for
Yeah, it is my Sona game.
Yeah, that is the Sona game. I did say that. Is that just Aero's Sona game?
No, that is 100%. Just that's why I was like, please just lock it in. Here it is. Here's the beauty. I'm giving that one to Guster. The beauty of just like, is that a support game? Yep. 08 and 20. It's crazy to me that you only finished that game with 8 deaths.
Oh, so that's where that's the thing. I don't know how they finished the game with almost 8 deaths. Like it made my scoreline look so much better when we ended the game and their support was 1-7 and 20. Like we were just even.
Yeah.
And they should have been miles ahead of me.
Like,
and like
I
literally said, here, take 3 free kills. Do this.
See, they're gonna watch. I'm assuming people watch these.
It's not actual PM. Like I'm not trying to PM people.
They're gonna watch this back and be like, "Man, I can't wait to fight Elysium again."
It's okay. Gray is also an XSV, and we talk to him all the time in the XSV server.
Yeah, I already clowned on him after the game. So.
Yeah.
What did he say? What was this reaction?
He got mad about how often I ganked him as Shyvana.
He asked for peel. He said, "Could someone please peel me?"
That's so funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next one. Right now, the scores are 1-1. We got a scoreline of 6, 4, and 8.
It could be Ravens.
There's just like darkness here, like someone didn't buy items or something.
Wait. No. This is our game from Thursday. This is a Mingo's game.
We're looking at the blur. We're looking at the blur.
No, Ari sold Well, Ari sold every single one of her items at the end of the game.
I remember pointing that out. Look, Ari sold all.
And I called her out in chat and was like, "It's really Mingos. You're not really for the fans if you're not. If Ari's not sharing her build, if you're gonna hide your build at the end of the game for this." 648. Ari game. Who did I play game 2 on that night?
I don't remember because there was tornadoes and it was my first time dealing with tornadoes.
I'm going to say this is Rutenium's scoreline.
This is not Rutenium's scoreline. I will go ahead and I will show... Can't show that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to show CS.
203.
This could be Caleb's.
Was Caleb Malzahar that game?
Yeah.
He'd have way more just because Malzahar. It might be me. I forgot who I was playing, though. I'll say it's me. That seems like a jungle scoreline.
Ladies and gentlemen, it indeed was Guster.
What was my Shen game?
Oh, it was the Jax game. That's right. Yeah. Rutenium playing the Sejuani top.
No, it's like 12, 30, and 11.
That is... Dude, Guster's kind of on fire at this, too. It is 2-1, Guster. Arrow, you have to get this one right to go to Silver Scrapes.
After all these games? I don't know.
To go to Silver Scrapes, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to lock in this. Yeah, I think...
Show me vision score.
I wish I could grab that stat easily. I literally grabbed these from like what is shown in the it's whatever's sent. I literally thought about this the other day. I'm like, it would be so funny to do like vision score or something, and I just don't have the assets.
Sometimes in the stats, I have better vision score than some of the supports. Like we go look at like the SEM stats, and sometimes I'm top 10 in vision score. So some of these supports are slacking.
Okay. This one should be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna blur this, and then I'm gonna pull it up. This is for the win for Guster. This is way more fun when it's like I can competition it. Okay. To 1-15. Lot of assists.
Oh,
yeah, that's Dilly Senate.
Yeah, that's the Dilly Senate game because I went 10-0 on Shyvana.
He's one dashes and got one shouting in from behind.
Yeah.
Aero said it first. I think that's so fun. I said this like maybe they get a support on this. The problem is you guys know your team too well, and it's awkward if I don't pick you. We're gonna go right into a new one. That was
also
so
yellow,
fast.
and Dilly does our matches.
Yeah, Dilly also submits the matches, and so the scoreline was yellow. So,
come on, you guys gotta swap it up a little bit. You guys gotta swap it up a little bit, otherwise it's too easy. I can just never pick Dilly. All right, actually, I'm gonna do it. I don't even know which one this is.
He's gonna pull BOL one for XSV. 566.
566.
Who would
Rutenium played top lane?
Is that
Rutenium? He played Cassante, he played Scion. He wouldn't have gone that far down on Scion. Wouldn't have 6 dice.
Yeah, because he played Scion twice, Sejuani, and Cassante. He had way more than that on Cassante, I'm pretty sure.
Caleb played Malzahar.
I'm gonna throw it out there. I don't even think you guys know this player. So I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah, it's probably one of those Ravens players.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you throw those Ravens in there, especially as a tiebreaker, if it's not just chasing.
We're gonna do this, and this is literally the first.
That's the Sejuani game. That's the Sejuani game from Rutenium on Sunday against King Plank on TJ Lanier on Mingos for Thursday.
Yeah,
we already went over that one. We called that one out.
Okay, pause. There's only 4 games I can choose.
Pause.
And you guys just know, like, you guys know your game so well.
We actually don't. We have Alzheimer's when it comes to games. We literally go back and watch, and we're like, who did I play game 2?
An XSV game and give us a false scoreline.
I know what scoreline to pull out. We're gonna do
1-7-20. It's the Brawl game. 11,931. That's Caleb's gold.
Caleb's gold on Malzahar?
Yeah.
It is not Caleb's gold on Malzahar.
Yeah. I don't know. I tried to be nonchalant about it. I was just complete what?
I will.
It could be like.
I'm gonna show a couple items. I think next we're gonna show a couple items. I think, and then if you guys get this wrong, I will show you KDA. Here are... This is so mean. Here are the items.
Swifty boots, but they're upgraded, so it has to be...
That's mid lane.
Yeah,
Swifty boots.
Who played... It was Mingo, so that's Caleb on... What did he play game 1?
Wait, it may not be Mingos.
It is, because there's Ari again.
Oh, yeah.
For fuck's sake, the blur!
I'm the player. Oh, game 2. Ari game 2.
Oh, it was game 2. Who did he play with? Jax. He played Malzahar. Why did you go Swifties on Malzahar?
Malzahar.
What the hell?
Unless it's not Caleb.
Oh, this is iconic. This is not the Caleb on Malzahar game. This is actually iconic. I'm glad I picked this one.
I'm trying to think of who all he played.
Yeah, I forget what he played the first
I don't want to
game.
cheat. I can just pull it up right here, but I'm not going to.
Oh, go ahead. I'll give you guys the full. I'll give you the full score line.
What did I play? 318. I played Wukong that first game.
Okay.
You guys.
We were flexing Scion. He said block Scion. We sent Scion top. We had... I was Shen.
Yep.
You were Wukong. It's upgraded. No, because he was just Malzahar that game. I don't know.
Not the Malzahar game.
I know, but like...
That's only
been 4 games, Romeo!
Sometimes we get Alzheimer's and we forget.
There's 3 other champions. It is 100% Caleb, but I'm waiting to find out what champion you think he was on here.
What did he play? I can't remember what he
I
played.
didn't remember what he played either.
We've shown even more items now. There are more items on screen.
Swain.
Oh, that's right. He was playing Swain. Yep.
Yeah. I forgot about that game. That game was so easy.
I was gonna say, like, we went to this and like.
He did it again. The Morgana did it too. He did it in the game 1 too.
Oh.
We didn't even call it out.
I didn't see it the first time.
That's such wild behavior. Just selling your items.
Sams, get rid of him.
Sams, get me this guy on an interview. Let me talk to him about this. Because like, it doesn't seem like it provides
Mingos
that
might
much.
be a banger interview for you, though. Actually,
that seems like such a weird way to try to get like an advantage in like VOD review. Because you can just VOD review the game.
yeah.
I don't do that. VOD reviews are cringe.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you write and you hit diamonds. That's for anyone who tells me I need a VOD review to get a diamond, right here, you heard it. Don't do it. VOD reviews are bad, and that is what we're taking away from this.
He is okay with VOD reviews on a macro sense. When you're sitting there microing every single movement in lane, that's when he falls asleep.
I just quit the call.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was Titan Talk. Do you guys have any final things you want to say or shout out or make a call out or anything before we go ahead and end this interview?
Nah, thanks Romeo for bringing us on. Thanks other teams for... I don't know how I want to say this.
No, do it. Do it. Be brutal. Call him out. Get me some content.
I don't. I try not to be bad, but I try not to be mad. But thanks for like a pretty easy start when I had a fever and everything like that. That was pretty great. Thanks for that.
See,
thanks for drafting Nocturne and nothing else to go in with Nocturne, I guess.
Yeah.
Guster, you got any final words?
Hexems.
Caleb, show up.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, most important thing, Caleb, show up to your matches. That's what we want everyone to take away from Titan Talk today. Show up, actually play. But this was Aero, this was Guster. Of course, they're on Elysium and XXV in a different league. Wait, they're partnered with Blue Water. We're allowed to mention Blue Water for sure. So anyways, XSV, Envy, and Elysium players. And I'm Romeo, of course. Also, hopefully a future Elysium. I do have something in the works where I might end up playing in Titan next split. It's possible. It's possible. It's all I'm going to say. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the interview with that line. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and we are out.